Welcome to the Coach's Corner. I'm Mike Van Hooser. Today I wanted to talk to you about holding patterns. And I think a lot of times in life we can get caught in a place where we're just circling and circling. I was on a plane coming home with my oldest son a few years ago, and the captain said, we're just going to be circling up here for a few minutes until we land. And we were what was known as a holding pattern. And minutes turned into what seemed almost hours before we could ever get to our final destination. And it was wild because I could see our final destination. I could see the landing strip right there, but we were just circling and circling. And I think a lot of times in life, we can get caught in a moment and stuck in moments where we're just circling and circling and not reaching our final destination. So I want to offer you 5 tips today that will help you get out of that holding pattern in any area of life that you're in right now and help you hopefully make progress on your goal and to start to make progress with your life as well. The first one is to pursue your purpose. And I think it's important that we don't just pursue a job or career, but we pursue a purpose in life that is made up of a series of assignments. And I think a lot of times it's easy just to go from job to job or pursue a career, but we're not pursuing an overriding purpose in our lives where our job and our career is connected to that. So I feel like if we're pursuing a purpose, then we'll be moving out of that holding pattern of just moving from job to job or feeling like we get stuck in, the same kind of thing and move beyond that to the purpose that we're ultimately called to. The second point and second tip is related to that, and it's to live each day with purpose and passion. So we want to live for a purpose and on purpose. And so living each day on purpose is important, and living each day with passion, with energy, with an effort that is made up of joy is really important in life. And we'll move out of those holding patterns if we're moving purposefully and we're moving with a passion as well. The third tip is to make the most of each day, make the most of our moments. And we need to be structured with our time and disciplined with our time. Even if that's scheduling time for creativity or strategy or other things, we need to make the most of the time that we have because we don't know how long we're going to be on this earth. And we need to make sure that we're making the most of each day and making the most of the time that we have. And we talked about that on our podcast earlier this week about investing your time, talent, and resources. So investing your time, knowing that it's a resource that can have return on the investment and not just spending or wasting our time is really important, and not just going through the motions. The fourth tip is to be present in the moment. And if you've listened to this channel or you've read our blog site or just been around some of the content that we have, we often talk about being present in the moment. And I often coach my athletes and the business leaders and entrepreneurs that I work with to be present in the moment. And it's so easy to get disengaged with things and circumstances and get disillusioned by things that have happened that we're not present. We may be present physically, but we're not fully present not only physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So we have to make a conscious choice to be present and not get distracted by other things, not get distracted by our phone, not get distracted by the past and lamenting the past or worrying about the future, but being present in this moment and doing everything that we can to be present and make the most of the moment that's in front of us. And then the fifth tip is foundational to all the other 4 tips, and it's don't hold back. Don't hold back with your life. I think sometimes I'll see a runner at a starting line, and you can see on their face they've already quit before they've even started the race. And so if you're at the starting line of something you're trying to do or something you're trying to accomplish or a big goal in life, or you're starting a new job or a new relationship, don't quit at the starting line. Be engaged, be excited about the journey before you, and so that you can persevere and endure even through the messy middle, or what we call sometimes the mundane middle, where things get challenging and we don't see progress towards our finish line and towards our goal. But we need to endure and persevere through that middle as well. I love what Paul says in Hebrews 12:2 in the Bible, and he talks about running a race and laying aside every weight that hinders us and running our race with endurance. And I think it's important that we run our race and we finish strong. We were called to run a race with our lives. And so, whether that's individual races that we have that relate to our career or certain things that we're trying to accomplish in seasons of life, or whether it's our whole life, we need to run that race with endurance and to not hold back from what we're doing. And I think a lot of times we can hold back and not unleash our talent. And we weren't meant to live lives like that. We weren't meant and created to live lives to hold back. We were meant to unleash the talents, the skills, the gifts, and the opportunities that we have, and to unleash that talent and to make a difference with our lives. And so a key question is, are you doing that? Are you holding back? Or are you going for the things that you know you can do and going for the things that you've been called to do as well? So I hope these 5 tips help you with that. And remember that life is too short and too precious to be caught in a holding pattern. And just like that plane that was in the air and we were all waiting on the captain to land that plane and to open the door to our final destination, people are waiting on you and counting on you to land the plane in what you're doing and help them to grow through your investment and through your legacy in them to open the door for them to new opportunities. So remember those people today and make the most of the opportunities that you have in front of you. Don't hold back and make the most of the moments in your life.